Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, April 28th, 2025. This is the Kubeflow Model Registry bi-weekly meeting. This meeting is being recorded, and this meeting adheres to the CNCF Code of Conduct. So we have a few agenda items today that we can expand on. Everybody is free to propose any agenda item as needed. And just as a reminder, you will find the notes as well if you're looking in the recording, in the video description, but as well in the Kubeflow community calendar for all the Kubeflow community meetings that actively get started. Very quick item as a follow-up from the previous time. There was that KubeCon EU keynote talk that I mentioned about. So the recording is out and I've linked it to the agenda item. So if you go to this part here, you will see actually the part of the recording of the talk that speaks about using Kubeflow, Feast, Kserve, and also other type of CNCF projects in addition to Kubeflow. So I hope that is an interesting for you element to check out. So moving on, then there are, for awareness for the community, the CNCF, the Kubeflow Steering Committee is starting a graduation program called the Trans Biweekly every Tuesday that discuss what will be the evaluation criteria that the different working groups need to collaborate on in order to match for this graduation. So this is what it means is that there is some work and audit that we will need to do. We've done the very beginner step. Thanks, Paul, for merging the Kubeflow, the OpenSSF badge on the main repository. So it's like there are for sure some items that we needed to adhere from OpenSSF. So if you follow here, you will see that there are some questionnaires, some data is already pre-filled and pre-populated. For the others, we are pending from the steering committee to give us an access so that we can work on this working group and provides all the information needed back. Beyond the OpenSSF, there are some high-level items that needs to be discussed. So what is going to happen is that these bi-weekly call that run in alternation with the standard Kubeflow community meeting on the Tuesday will be focusing making sure that we identify the items that we need to work from a community point of view, so the overall Kubeflow community, but as well some items that might be related to each working group. So this is just a heads up that we will have some due diligence work to do here. We've already been doing some part of this work by actually, maintaining the images and the software that we do up regularly. So again, great call from Dheeraj in setting up the Dependabot infrastructure at the very beginning. Thanks for the UI team that has extended to that one as well to their portion of the code. And actually, that helps a lot in identifying a lot of upgrade well beforehand. So that is definitely has helped us so far. We've also integrated the FOSSA license scanning. So the FOSSA license scanning, we implemented it as part of the Kubeflow 1.10 release. So that also helped us to making sure that the dependency that are incorporated, say that we receive a PR and we include as well some dependency, the license is compatible. So you can find the Kubeflow. So if I go to Kubeflow Model Registry, you will find a badge as well for the FOSSA license scanning. There was a recent dependency that was failing this check. So that has been properly maintained already. So this is propedeutic work that help us to be in a really good position for this graduation. But there will be new items that will come up. Today we are planning for some prerequisite that is coming from the Kubeflow steering committee. When that is well done, I will report back accordingly. So this is for the graduation. We don't have Milos today, but also here is about Kubeflow, GitHub issue about this item. So we will follow up closely with that one. Just for a reminder, what I'm speaking of is that if I go to the milestones, if I go for the 1.11 roadmap, there is a one for already SSF, but there will be as well new ones that will come for the catalog. Sorry, for the graduation from CNCF point of view. So this is just for a heads up about what is happening and what is about to come. Next item in the agenda, we have that Eder and Jenny wanted to talk about some UI iconography. So the floor is yours. I don't know who of the two wants to speak about it.
Do you want to start, Jenny?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Matteo and Eder. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen here for some context. Okay. So here we are, just to provide some context on this issue and the proposal that we want to bring up today for discussion. I've added some additional iconography and descriptions to the model registry UI screens. So this is the proposed UI. You see we've added here a description and also an icon to represent the model registry area. So it's a different color so this is model registry, and then we have the same icon, but a different color for the model registry settings. So to provide some details on this, there's been a discussion in this ticket, but basically this is going to be a good improvement to the UI because it aligns with the findings from the midstream UX research, which emphasize consistent iconography and color palette mapping. So that will help users immediately identify the model registry context in the UI and just help them align and associate an icon with the model registry areas. So yeah, we just wanted to bring up and raise for the community today and discuss if this is an icon that we can move forward with, if there's any other thoughts on how we can align the Kubeflow iconography that exists already with the existing styling. Someone has their hand up. Yes, Eder, if you'd like to add to that, please do.
Yeah, it's just a compliment because this is the source of the beginning of discussion, and then the follow-up question would be, what will be the logo for the model registry, and what will be the icon for the model registry that will be the icon in the main page that I link. If you can go back, Jenny, in the issue.
Yes.
That is yeah. We as soon as we become a Kubeflow project, we need to define the logo of the project and also an icon. And we can use the icon with the different colors to fix the UXability problem. But this is the source of this discussion that Jenny and I want to raise it first. Should we start to propose a logo? I know I saw that Ramesh generated one. That is the initial one, but we can also take that one, take a little other options in the community, and do a vote. And imagine that if you decide that this will be a good logo, is the Jenny proposal would be if you can start to put this inside the model registry UI, that would be super helpful in our point of view.
Thanks for that additional context there, Eder. Ramesh, you had a hand up. Did you want to add to that?
I was just gonna highlight that I did propose a logo / icon, however we want to use it, further. But yeah, just a proposal there. More input is welcome. However we don't have any particular way of how we wanna get the voting done, but yeah, I'm open for addition.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jenny and Eder. Just to add to that one, I fully agree with Eder that needs to go on the landing page. Typically, what has happened is that each working group has decided their own logo, as far as I remember. But maybe it could be a good idea that we have confirmation to the Kubeflow steering committee, because I don't want to sort of like, I mean, if it's part of the UI, we have definitely sort of like the full freedom to sort of like while being consistent with the design language of Kubeflow, to sort of like propose our own iconography. I fully agree that it has to be the logo on the main page, but for that main page, I think that I would like to confirmation with the steering committee that sort of like, is it something that we need, that we can decide on our own, or sort of like, do we need to have a ballot? That kind of thing. In general, I like all the logos that have been proposed, both the one that Jenny has illustrated and also this one. Maybe a good idea could be something in the middle, like the book is open and the technological brains emerged from that one. that could be as well. I mean, I like the technological brain that is in the first iconography, and I like the open book that is from the from the Ramesh proposal. So maybe I'm mixing the two. If we have some designer for that as well, we can sort of like ask for some work on it. That could be great. And then I think that is golden.
Thank you, Matteo. Okay, so just want to confirm on the next steps. So Eder, have you confirmed, I believe we will have design in this space?
Yeah, we need to talk internally, but otherwise, Jenny and myself, we both designs the logo proposals. So I think one action item for us, Matteo, would be Jenny and I will reach out to the steering committee asking if you can do the logo in your own, and then start to work in a logo proposals for the community. Make sense?
Yeah, actually, without wanting to make anybody on the spot, we have Francisco here, so maybe we can liaisons with Francisco to know. I mean, not to have an answer right now, but sort of like when is the next place that we can reach out to the Kubeflow steering committee and know if we are sort of like we can decide the logo for the landing page within this working group, or there is.
Is this for ML experience working group? Sorry.
No, this is for the model registry.
This is just for the model. So you're talking about the logo for the model registry, right?
Right.
I saw
Yes. Yeah.
So what do we need a steering committee vote for?
No, my question is, are we free to choose the logo that lands on the landing page for kubeflow.org?
Oh, yeah, I don't see why not, right? I mean, like at least that's off the cup. What it's like, yeah, if someone submits a PR, I would probably approve it if it's a model registry. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Right, perfect. I mean, either then, as a matter of courtesy, I would also involve like Amber and Chase, since they are sort of like the marketing expert Kubeflow, or kind of like the SMEs, just for them as well to be aware of this one without having to block on anything. But
Perfect,
at least I would ping them. I will ping them on this topic so that they are aware that we are in the position that we are deciding for a logo. How does that sound?
Yep, perfect. So I think Jenny and we are going to use the brain just temporarily in our code base, just to put the code in the right place. And as soon as we define the logo, that will assume that will take some weeks to replace the logo for the right one, if everybody agrees. Make sense?
Yeah, fantastic. That sounds good. So we'll move forward with the changes in this pull request and then continue to discuss. And then once that's finalized, we can replace it with the, yeah, perfect. That sounds great. Thanks so much, Eder. And yeah, thanks everybody for the great discussion here. This is great.
Thank you so much. Actually, also very great to hear that there are no sort of like a blocking part. So Pierre will move forward with the current iconography. We're going to notify Amber and Chase about the working group model registry logo being decided.
Yeah, Macho, I think one follow up for this, as soon as we have the logo, is if we can submit the pull request to update the main page of the Kubeflow, adding model registry there.
Yeah, so how we're going to run this one? You said that you have some capacity, you have somebody that can.
No, to define the logo, we can figure out. But I need to send the pull request for the Kubeflow website with the model registry there.
Once the logo is decided, we will update the Kubeflow.org landing page. Right. Have I captured everything, Eder, you think?
Yep. Jenny and I are going to work on this.
Thank you so much, both Jenny and all the UI team. Thanks as well, Francisco, for providing guidance as well. All right, next item that we have there, we've been sort of like buzzed from Julius from a platform working group. They said that they updated this test that is like our smoke test for model registry inside of the Kubeflow manifest. I went ahead and did some just due diligence or work, seems to me that is already removing case here that we are not using in that dry run integration, because we are not using the Kubeflow manifest for the sort of like end-to-end testing, but it's more for a dry run. So seems to me there is not much action that we needed to do on this point, but if anybody wants to take on this item, please feel free to jump on it. There was a Slack thread open on the CNCS Slack. Next item, I believe here we have Alessio for some community updates about the new feature of MLMD removal.
Yeah, thank you, Matteo. Yeah, I just wanted to share my progress on this issue. As you can see in the first link, there is the original proposal from Ramesh about removing MLMD from Model Registry. Why we are choosing to do so? We are really struggling with that project because it's not really maintained anymore. There is an interesting link from Matteo here that shows a very big number of proposals from us, bug fixing and issues that were ignored from MLD team, and we are still waiting for their response from many of those issues. We still miss also the support to important databases like Postgres. And so we are going to remove the dependencies from MLMD. To do so, I opened a new issue with the plan of action. Those are high-level tasks that should be a way to move away from MLD. I worked on the first issue that is to create an abstraction in the current handling of the data store, because we were really linked very much to MLD. Now we have an abstraction, so it should be easier to move to another data store. Yeah, the pair has been merged. So I think in the next stage, I will move to the next issue here, and I will begin to write database migration so that the new data store will be retrocompatible with the schema from MLMD, so we don't create a breaking change when we create a new solution. Yeah, I will provide the community with reports on how the work is been doing. Yeah, that's all from my side. Let me know if you have any question or yeah. Thanks, Ramesh.
Yeah, Alessio, I would just add on to your thing that your request. Thank you for the proposal, for the work on this to begin with. I really appreciate it. The couple things. One thing I wanna bring it to focus is that I know that this is gonna be a little shift away from what we originally where we started the Model Registry project. How we wanted to bring together the Kubeflow pipelines team into their data into the Model Registry. We haven't had many requests from that team or any work that we have went towards that to accomplish to get that data into Kubeflow pipelines data into in terms of tracking or running the experiments and just the metadata from there. So I want to make sure that we are not saying that we don't want to do that, right? That is definitely one of the goals we should still keep striving for. even after the MLMD, to see how we can go interact with that team and see with the new where we can support additions, or where we can support this development of into these new areas, right? How we can bring them along. That's one I want to make sure the community understands, that we are not dropping that support. We fully intend to go back and see what's the collaboration efforts we need to do there. That's one. The second one is, I want to call out to any community members who want to help us with this effort. So if anybody is watching this or listening to this, you guys want to step in and help us with some of the implementation of this, please, we do welcome contributions. So please come and reach out to us in the Kubeflow community calls, in the Slack, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks so much. If everyone wants to collaborate on this, just ping me on Slack. I'll be on our Model Registry channel. Thank you.
Thank you very much, both Alessio and Ramesh, to this point. So we captured as well the two JIRAs, pardon me. The two JIRAs are, sorry, the two GitHub issues are recorded here. So I think that we have iterated further on these items. These are actually, the first one has been open for a little while as well, so we can continue and provide status report to this one. Is there anybody else who wants to raise any further points? All right, then actually I forgot to ask at the beginning if there was anybody that wanted to add an agenda item also when the meeting started recording. So please feel free to raise your hand, or if you just joined today for the first time and you wanted to introduce yourself, this is the good time. Apologies, typically I do this one at the beginning of the meeting and I forgot. All right, so if there are no further meetings, I just remind you that now on Tuesdays, bi-weekly, it happens the community meetings and as well as the graduation. I would actually I recommend both of them, but just for your information, on Tuesday, then we have these bi-weekly calls. So if there are no further items going once, going twice, okay. So thank you, everybody, and especially those who contributed to today's items. And I will see you in 2 weeks at the Kubeflow bi-weekly Model Registry meetings or on the Tuesday meetings. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.